Hello everyone! Today, I'm going to show you how webhooks work in AgenticFlow. But first, let me explain to you what webhooks actually are. So imagine you're waiting for an important package. You have two options. The first option is to check your door every 5 minutes. You'll always be wondering, is my package here? Check, no. Is it here now? No. Now is it here? Still no. This is called polling, constantly asking for updates. It is very inefficient and annoying. Well, you have another option. The delivery person comes to your door and rings your doorbell. The moment your package arrives, you are instantly notified. This is how webhooks work. Automatic instant notification when something happens. In the digital world, webhooks work exactly the same way. Instead of apps constantly asking, did something happen yet? One app automatically notifies another the moment an event occurs. Now let me show you how to set up webhooks in AgenticFlow. So in today's demo, I'll be demonstrating how to use a webhook using GitHub and AgenticFlow. So how today's demo works is that whenever I push a new change onto my repository on GitHub, an email will be sent to me notifying me that there's a change via a workflow. So let me demonstrate to you how this works. So firstly, we'll head over to the Workflows tab on AgenticFlow on the sidebar. So this will load all my workflows. And from here, I'll create a new workflow from scratch. So I'll just call it GitHub Webhook. Make sure it's a workflow. And now, as you can see, our workflow is created. Our first step is to set up a webhook trigger. So to do this, we'll click on the trigger node, and from here we'll click on webhook and create webhook trigger. So we'll just enter a trigger name. I'll just call it GitHub. And then the rest we'll just leave it as it is, and then we'll just click create. So you may be wondering, what is this webhook trigger? So this webhook trigger is like a doorbell for your app. It sits there waiting quietly until someone sends an HTTP request to its unique URL. In this case, this is the unique URL. And then it immediately wakes up and starts your workflow. So in our case, when GitHub pushes code, it sends an HTTP post request to AgenticFlow's webhook URL, which is this, which instantly triggers the workflow to run with all the GitHub data included. So now to make use of this, we'll head over to GitHub, and this is the repository which I want to demonstrate the webhook functionality with. So from here, I'll hit the settings tab at the top, and then click on webhooks. And from here, I'll just add a webhook. This is the important part. So for the payload URL, I will copy this URL from AgenticFlow, and then I will paste it here. And then the content type, it should be JSON. And what I would like to trigger this webhook, I'll just put the push event for this. Okay, so I'll add the webhook. Okay, and we're done setting up on the GitHub side. I'll head back over to AgenticFlow. So to demonstrate that this feature actually works, I will be creating a new node to basically create a draft on Gmail whenever I do a push. So I'll delete this node and I'll create a new node. I'll just use a Gmail MCP. Okay, so I'll just connect my Gmail. Gmail create draft. I'll just put send an email confirming new push to GitHub repository. Okay, now that I have that, I'll just save it. So now that we have this all set up, I'll just do a new push onto my GitHub repository. So I have the repository cloned onto my system. So what I'll do is basically I'll just add a new file And then I'll just push this file onto the repository. So just show you stage. Test. Okay, and then I'll push it onto the repository. Pushing. And it is done. So what you will see is that, so it will create a draft. So as you can see, there are no drafts now, but when I refresh, here, it just created an email saying that a new push has been made to GitHub. So this is done using the webhook. So there you have it. That is the power of webhooks in action. We just witnessed real-time automation without any polling, delays, or manual intervention. What we saw was GitHub detecting a code push event and then instantly sending an HTTP post request to AgenticFlow's webhook trigger, and our workflow responding within seconds with automated actions. Well, this same pattern is transforming businesses everywhere, from automatically creating invoices when deals close, to sending Slack notifications when leads come in, to triggering deployment pipelines when code is merged. Webhooks turn manual, time-consuming processes into instant, automated workflows that scale effortlessly. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope this video managed to help you learn how to use webhooks in your workflows to make your business processes even more efficient and useful. Thank you.